Yehovah Eloheinu Svaod, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that it may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Deuteronomy Chapter 8. All the mitzvot I am giving you today, you are to take care to obey, so that you will live, increase your numbers, enter and take possession of the land Yehovah swore about to your ancestors. You are to remember everything of the way in which Yehovah led you these 40 years in the desert, humbling and testing you, in order to know what is in your heart, whether you would obey his mitzvot or not. He humbled you, allowing you to come hungry, and then fed you with manna, which neither you nor your ancestors had ever known, to make you understand that a person does not live on food alone, but on everything that comes from the mouth of Yehovah. During these 40 years, the clothing you were wearing didn't grow old, and your feet didn't swell up. Think deeply about it. Yehovah was disciplining you, just as a man disciplines his child. So obey the mitzvot of Yehovah your God, living as he directs and fearing him. For Yehovah your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with streams, springs, and water welling up from the depths in valleys and on the hillsides. It is a land of wheat and barley, grapevines, fig trees, and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land where you will eat in abundance and lack nothing in it, a land where the stones contain iron and the hills can be mined for copper. So you will eat and be satisfied, and you will bless Yehovah your God for the good land he has given you. Be careful not to forget Yehovah your God by not obeying his mitzvot, rulings, and regulations that I'm giving you today. Otherwise, after you have eaten and are satisfied, built fine houses and lived in them, and increased your herds, flocks, silver, gold, and everything else you own, you will become proud-hearted, forgetting Yehovah your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, where you lived as slaves, who led you through the vast and fearsome desert, with its poisonous snakes, scorpions, waterless, thirsty ground, who brought water out of a flint rock for you, who fed you in the desert with manna, unknown to your ancestors, all the while humbling and testing you, in order to do you good in the end. You will think to yourself, my own power and strength of my own hand have gotten me this wealth. No, you are to remember Yehovah your God, because it is he who is giving you the power to get wealth, in order to confirm his covenant, which he swore to your ancestors, as is happening even today. If you forget Yehovah your God, follow other gods and serve and worship them, I am warning you in advance today that you will certainly perish. You will perish just like the nations that Yehovah is causing to perish ahead of you, because you have not heeded the voice of Yehovah your God. How can we learn to love our Creator after this most awesome chapter 8 of Deuteronomy? We can obey the mitzvot Moshe gave, set goals to live, increase in number, and take possession of what Yehovah gives you. Remember all that Yehovah has done for you. Trust that Yehovah humbles you, tests you, in order to know what is in your heart. Therefore, ask Yehovah to give you a heart of flesh and place his words in your heart. Choose to obey his mitzvot. Ask Yehovah to feed you when you are hungry. Trust that you do not live on food alone, but everything that comes from the mouth of Yehovah. Trust that in Yehovah to take care of your needs. Think deeply about Yehovah. Aim to obey the mitzvot of Yehovah your Elohim. Live as Yehovah directs, and fear Yehovah. Trust in Yehovah to bring you into a good destination. Aim to bless Yehovah with all that he gives you. Remember Yehovah by obeying his mitzvot, rulings, and regulations. Aim to remain humble and remember all Yehovah has done for you. Give glory to Yehovah in all that he does. Trust that it is Yehovah who is giving us the power to get wealth, therefore confirming his covenant. Serve Yehovah alone wholeheartedly. Heed the voice of Yehovah our Elohim. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others the importance of trusting and obeying the written words of Yehovah our Father. Bear one another's burdens. We can serve Yehovah wholeheartedly, trusting and obeying and fearing Yehovah our Elohim. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.